us to be taken from the unreal to the real, from the dark to the light, from death to immortality. And I just love it. However, I feel like there can be a lot of lip service in yoga. We sing these chants and we offer up these prayers and we say the things we're supposed to say, love and light. But how much work are we actually putting in to take the leap from the unreal to the real, from the darkness to the light, from death to immortality? It's not like it just goes, poof, there it is, or whoop, there it is. We have to put the effort in. There's this thing called practice. We put on our overalls, we get warmed up, we play Eye of the Tiger, we come to the top of our mat or sit on our meditation cushion, or we go into the garden and are present. There's effort, right? And what a perfect opportunity now is to do the work instead of just the lip service on social media with our friends in classes, in front of students, as a student, but to actually sit in what is. And what is a pandemic, social distancing, self-quarantine, isolation. Sit with that for a second. Instead of going onto the media and trying to connect, right? It's our nature. I understand it. It's our nature. Our nature and our purpose for being here on earth is connection, right? Union, yoga. We're meant to connect. However, how much of that connection is actually veiled over the veil? I want to connect with people, but what is really there is fear, right? I can't be alone because I have to deal with my shit. I don't like what I see when I'm alone. I invite you, sit in it. This is Mama Earth's way of saying, sit with your stuff. Do the work. Actually do the work. You can pray all day, and prayer does work. But if you're not doing your end of the bargain, showing up and doing your work, it's not for nothing, but it's not fully invested. And that's what I'm talking about. Are you invested in you? This is the perfect time to invest in you. And the investment is sit down, deal with your stuff, feel all your feelings, the highs, the lows, everything in between, and acknowledge them and figure out where this is coming from and how can I move out of it into the light, into the real, into immortality. Instead of just saying, yeah, I'm already there, but there's a whole lot of stuff over here that's not been dealt with. So for today's practice, I want you to sit in what is. So I'm going to have poses in today, nothing new for those of you who practice yoga, even a little bit, but we're going to sit in the poses a little bit longer. And I'm going to ask you to be brave and sit in them. Now, this does not mean torture yourself. If something is hurting, sharp shooting pains, your body is saying get out of it, get out of it. However, if you're just kind of uncomfortable and you're like, I need to adjust myself, I need to fix my hair, I need a drink of water, watch those things, watch those distractions, and really just sit with what is. Bring your hands together at your heart. Bow your head to your hands. Whoever you pray to, whoever you call upon, this prayer is for you. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from the darkness to the light. Lead me from death to immortality. Om, peace, 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 peace. Good. From here, release the hands. Lift the head. Open your eyes. Come on to all four tabletop. If you don't have a mat, don't worry about it. You can do this on carpet. Maybe not not like wood floors, it might be a little too hard on the knees. Find something squishy for your knees. Look down at your hands, fingers spread wide, palms flat. Knees or hip distance, tops of your feet pressed down. We're going to begin with shoulder shrugs. So keeping the arms straight, allow the chest to dip down towards the floor. Resist the urge to bend the elbows. Keep the elbows straight. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press into the hands. Lift the upper back towards the ceiling. We're going to do that a couple times. So inhale, let the chest drop down. Shoulder blades move into back wings. Exhale, press into the hands. Lift the upper back to the ceiling. Good. Do that a couple more times with your breath. As you're taking your shoulder shrugs, make sure that the hands are pressing down flat. All 10 finger pads are connected to the mat. Now, next time you press up and out, stay there. Keep the shoulders engaged and slightly hug the belly button into spine. Extend your right leg behind you on your inhale. Flex the back foot, toes point down. Stay connected with your breath. If you feel wobbly, press into the top of your left foot. Option, left arm reaches out in front of you. Thumb up, bicep to ear. Hold and breathe. On your exhale, release the leg and the arm down back to all fours. Shake out your right wrist. Take some circles with it. Coming back to all four, extend your left leg behind you. Flex the foot, square the hips. So what will happen here, if you're not paying attention, is you'll lose the shoulder engagement, your belly will drop, and you'll have a sway back here. We do not want this. We want to engage the core and keep our shoulders safe. So press up and out through the shoulders. Zip the belly button to spine. Option, opposite arm out in front, which is your right arm. Hold and breathe. Feel all the feels. Right now I'm a little shaky. Right now I'm kind of like, man, I just want to take a child's pose. Sit with all those inclinations. On the exhale, release the right hand and left leg down. Shake out that left wrist. Take some circles. And then plant both of your hands, tuck your toes under. On your exhale, lift the knees off the mat, downward facing dog. Take your hips up and back. Shift your gaze back between the feet. From here, lift high on the tips of your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, heels back and down. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, heels back and down. Do that a couple more times, following your own breath. The next time the heels go back and down, stay there. Find some stillness. And again, watching your natural inclinations. How are you trying to avoid what is? Are you shaking around, adjusting your pants, fixing your necklace, scratching what needs to be scratched? Instead, just get still with it. On your inhale, shift into a push-up position. Take the knees down, cross the ankles, heels to hips. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, lower down as slowly as you can to your belly. Once you touch down, tops of your feet flat. Inhale, cobra. Hold here and breathe. Feel the hands press down. Reach the elbows back towards your heels. Keep the back of your neck long. On your next exhale, take the forehead to the mat, press back into child's pose. Knees apart, big toes together, hips to heels, outstretch the arms, forehead to mat. So watch your natural inclination here. What's the work? Are you dreading what's next and you want to stay here? Are you itching to move and you're like, why are we in child's pose? Let's go. Do the work. Show up to what is this yoga class and watch how you respond to it. On your inhale, come back to tabletop, all four. Look down at your hands, fingers spread wide, palms flat. Press up and out through the shoulders. Engagement of the belly button. Tuck your toes on the exhale, downward facing dog. From here, step your right foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Once you arrive there, ankle knee to armpit. As you sink your hips down towards the mat, keep the back leg straight. Shift the gaze forward. Begin to get light on your fingers. Lift the fingers a few inches off the mat. Start to rev up your core. Low belly in. On your inhale, reach both arms up and overhead, Anjaneyasana. Relax the jaw, breathe. On the exhale, release both hands to the mat. Keep that left hand down directly under your shoulder. Reach the right arm up to twist. On your exhale, release the top hand down. Bump your back leg up a few inches. Drop the back heel down and in. Have a little space between your heels. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. As you exhale, straighten into your front leg. You can move the hands to your shins if that is needed. So sitting with the sensation in the back of your right leg. Feeling the outer edge of your back foot press down to stabilize you and push you forward. Melt the heart, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. On the exhale, bend the front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Take a big exhale through the mouth. Find some stillness. On your inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Runner's lunge. Find the feet placement. Feet are on opposite train tracks. They're not on the balance beam. Sink the hips down. Shift the gaze forward. Get light on your fingers. Lift the fingers a few inches off the mat. Slow and steady arms reach up. P.S. If you're already there, Come back down. Go slow. Stay in it. It's like quarantine. We're not going anywhere fast. We're stuck in a house. Arms reach up. Inhale. On the exhale, release both hands down. Right hand is directly under the shoulder. Left arm reaches up. Come into a twist. Exhale, top hand to the mat. Coming into pyramid pose, bump the back foot up. Drop the back heel down and in. Straighten into your front leg. Honoring the difference between the first side and the second side. There's no good or bad. Just simply observe. If this is the tighter side, breathe a little deeper. On your exhale, bend the front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Take a big exhale through the mouth, blow it out. On your inhale, shift into a push-up position. Take the knees if you need to. Exhale, lower all the way down. Once you touch down, tops of your feet flat, come into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Hold here and breathe. On the exhale, lower the forehead to the mat. Press back, child's pose. Connect with the heartbeat in your chest. Notice the breath pattern. If the breath isn't smooth and fluid, you have the ability to change it. You can control your breath. On your inhale, bring it up to all four. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, walk your hands back to your feet. Come into a standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Knees can bend if that feels more delightful. But also notice, are you bending your knees because you don't like the stretch? Start to pay attention. Is it that I don't like it? Or is it that it hurts and it's not good for me? As you're in your standing forward fold, work to release the head, release the neck, soften the heart. Bend both of your knees, take weight into your heels. Slowly roll it all the way up to standing. Once you arrive, shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your hands together at your heart in prayer. Press the palms together. Drop walk the shoulders away from your ears. From here, lift your right knee up into your chest. Bring it as high as it'll go comfortably. Flex your foot. Good, now you have two options. You can take your right hand, grab your right knee, or you can take your peace fingers on your right hand, grab your big toe. Whatever option you're taking, stand as tall as you can. Your left hand can do whatever you want it to do. If you have your big toe, you can extend your leg out to the side. If you have your knee, take the knee out to the side. Bring that right leg back to center. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Flex the foot, take your right knee down. Hands to your heart in prayer. Option to stay here or bend that left knee. One-legged chair pose. If you're taking the one-leg chair pose, begin to bend down, weight in the heel, shift your gaze to the floor. How low you go is up to you. On your inhale, come out of whatever variation you're in. Find your feet, shake it off. Take an exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. Other side, left knee lifts up. Don't be in a rush to get to whatever option you took. Go with me on this. Go with the flow. Flex that left foot. Option, left hand, left knee, or peace fingers on the left hand, grab your left big toe. Stand up nice and tall. Remember your option, knee out to the side, or extend that left leg straight. Bring the knee or the leg back to center. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. You can stay here or bend that right knee. One leg chair pose. Note to self, one side will be different than the other. On your inhale, bring it back to center. Release out of the posture, shake it off. Take a nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Good, bring your hands to your hips. Begin to shift the hips forward. Curl the shoulders up, back, and down. And begin to let the head drop back. On your inhale, push yourself up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good, from here, walk it out, hands, walk forward into plank. Once you arrive in plank, press up and out through the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, zip the belly button up, hold here and breathe. At any point you can take the knees, but try to stay with us. Next, exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Crocodile pose. Stack the hands, elbows wide. Take your forehead to your hands. Again, connecting with your heartbeat, connecting with your breath, connecting with what is. Not what was, not what will be or could be or maybe will be, but what is. Atha, now. One more big inhale, big exhale, feel the whole body sink down. Then lift the head, and then place the arms straight out in front of you. Take the hands a little wider than your shoulders. Turn the fingers slightly out. Good, coming into seal pose, you can bring the hands a few inches back towards you or way far back, wherever works for your body. Press the arms straight. Keep the pubic bone on the mat. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. The lower half of your body is completely relaxed. And you might notice after you've held for a little while, maybe the hands go a little farther back. Maybe they don't. Maybe they go farther forward away from you. Figure out where feels best for your back. So what is? What is occurring in your mind, your body? On the exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Press back to child's pose, hips to heels. Good, now from child's pose, coming into threading the needle, lift the head, take the right palm face up, and slide that right hand and arm all the way under the left arm until you take the right side of your head down. Now, as you press into the back of your right hand firmly, take your left arm, wrap it along your low back, and work to open into that left shoulder. Next inhale brings you back to child's pose. Take a moment in child's pose. Second side, when you're ready, thread the left arm underneath the right. Don't resist gravity here. Allow gravity to gently blanket you down. Good, press firmly into the back of the left hand. Wrap the right arm along the low back. Work to open through the right shoulder. On your inhale, back to center, child's pose. On your inhale, bring it up to all four tabletop. Good, I'd like to give you options here. You can tuck the toes, come into downward facing dog. Option 2, take the forearms, and just like you do in down dog, tuck your toes, lift your hips for dolphin pose. For those of you who have a headstand practice, you can place the head on the mat and begin to kick the feet up. So regardless of what option you take, down dog, dolphin, or headstand, make sure it's something that you can hold for a little bit. Ready, go. Once your head is lower than your heart, hug your low ribs in. And whatever the highest point of your body is, reach it a little higher. Remember to breathe. Couple more breaths. On your next exhale, lower down to child's pose. Take a big inhale, big exhale, blow it out. And from here, find your way to seated on your tush. Once you get to seated, bring the soles of your feet together. Make a diamond shape. So if this hurts your knees, just bring the feet closer to your groin. From here, round the back, take a forward fold. Bring your head towards your feet. Good. Remaining there, keep the head relaxed. Just listen with your ears. Allow the eyes to close. The purpose of the yoga practice is to move from the external slowly into the internal to the subtle. So we start with the postures. We move the body, bring awareness to the body. And now we're starting to shift away from our body into our breath. So as you hold this posture, making like a tortoise shell with your back, draw all your limbs inward and be aware of the inhale and the exhale. And it's not glamorous. It is not sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It is, on the ego's point of view, very boring. But this is what the soul craves. This is what your body craves, despite what the ego tells you. So lean into the stillness. Lean into the breath. Allow the breath to be humbled. Slow down the heart rate. Melt into the earth. Be ever present. And notice where and in what way are you holding back from now? Are you holding muscle tension in the body? Is your breath caught up? Is the mind seeking stimulation, thinking about what's next or what was? Anchor your awareness in the breath and allow yourself to be 100% present. Take a few more breaths here. inhale, roll it up to seated very slowly. Once you arrive, feet on the floor, knees are bent. Place the hands behind you, fingers away from you. Drop the knees to the right. Shift your head to the left. Press into the hands and feel the heart lift as you hug the belly button in. Inhale it to the other side. Knees to the left, head to the right. Bye. Then begin to move with the breath. Inhale, center, exhale, knees to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, knees to the left. Go at your own pace here. When you've had enough, find your way onto your back. Once you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. It might feel good to take the knees side to side. It might feel good to take circles with the knees. It might feel good to take the knees apart or keep them together. Really play around with what is right for you. And when you've had enough of whatever it's you're doing, go ahead and lie flat. Extend both legs straight out to the floor. Arms out at your sides, palms up. Take up space, so don't try to keep the legs too close together. Take the legs out, let them drop out. Same with the arms, don't try to tightly hug them to the body. Take them out, let the palms up, like take up space. Get really comfortable. If you're cold, put a blanket on. If you have an eye pillow or a towel. If the windows are open, you can close up the windows. Get yourself really, really, really comfortable. Slowly let go of the breath. Let go of doing. Slowly start to shift into being. Good. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, blow it out. Your natural tendency is to fall asleep in Shavasana or anytime you're still. I invite you to try to stay present. But if you do fall asleep, it's okay too. Relax the toes. Relax the feet. Let go of any tension or holding. Feel the legs splay down and out. Kneecaps are soft. Hips are supported by the earth beneath you. The belly is pliable and fluffy and soft. Allow the breath to contraction when you exhale. The arms are soft and loose and lovely. The fingers curl naturally. The throat is unrestricted. The breath flows through the throat with every inhale, every exhale. Your jaw is relaxed. Your tongue is resting in the bottom of your mouth. Your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, super relaxed. Even your scalp is relaxed. Bring awareness to the tip of your toes. Keep your awareness anchored on the tip of your nose as you watch the breath flow in and flow out. I often hear from students, I can't meditate because I can't quiet my mind. It's always going. And I say that's the perfect time to meditate. The point of meditation isn't to have a clear, quiet mind. It might happen, but if we're attached to that idea of it, we're never going to get there because we have to sift through the nonsense, sift through our experiences, sift through our anxieties, our neuroses, our angers, our fears. This is when we start to till the soil of our consciousness, pull the weeds, to fertilize the land. And a great way to fertilize the mind is mantra. So as you're lying in Shavasana, I'd love to wash over you some mantras. So just listen, and maybe in your mind's eye, you chant with me.